Hey everybody, we're here for a new episode of Tier List Land on the RLG cast. I'm here with JD, Johnny Donuts 777, and I'm here with Putty Man from Putty. You can check him out. Well, he's actually Putty from Putty Man, but now it's Putty, and there's also Putty Man. That's two channels. You can check both channels.
Exactly.
They'll be in the description. Today we're going to be tier listing Tim Burton movies because of Beetlejuice 2.
The trailer dropped last week or a week ago, whatever it
and
was.
it's got to be coming out soon, I guess.
Yeah. September 9th.
Yeah, that's pretty not close at all.
No, but the trailer dropped and it looked good.
You're a trailer. Let's go.
I wish. I'm 53 feet.
He is. And not tall.
No.
All right, we're here
And
in tier list.
Yeah.
Your tier list master will be
Yes.
JD today.
Let's hope I don't cut out this time like I did last week.
Yeah, it's possible.
Could be. They're not in any particular order, so we're just gonna go as they are. I'm not gonna bother putting them by year.
Okay.
So the first one we're gonna go with Mars Attacks. Well, hello?
Yeah, that was good. Buddy, I can't believe
yeah.
Buddy even went with me on it. I love that. Okay, so we'll start in this. Since you're the tier master, you go first, and then Putty, and then me, because that's the order that I see it in on my screen.
So Mars Attacks, I'm kind of in the middle with it. I had fun with it, but it wasn't really a very good movie. I'm putting it in the middle in Barber.
I think I'm more like, it's not that it's not fun. Oh no, sorry, it's you, Putty.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I agree. I don't know. See, it's kind of hard because Mars Attacks is probably one of my favorite Tim Burton films. So it's one of those things where it's like I would want more higher, like Large Marge higher. So that's where I kind of fit, but it's on the cusp. It's like I feel like it's between Barber.
Okay, so
and
it's gonna stay where it is then, because like I was gonna say, for me, it's fun. I have a fun time, but I don't think it's a good movie. I would put it in Headless. So if he's one above and I'm one down, it's got to stay in the middle.
Barber is fine. Oh, you want to explain the tiers, why we named them these?
Go ahead.
So Wonderful Toys is a line from Batman. Where does he get all those wonderful toys? Large Marge is a character in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Barber for the barber in Sweeney Todd. Headless for the Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow. And I'm a Loner, Dottie, a rebel. Again, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
The best movie.
Now I remember. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So Dark Shadows.
Okay.
Again, I have it's Putty, yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Actually, I'm glad we got to do this. I get to do a quick story. I went and saw Dark Shadows on theaters, but it was actually not because of Tim Burton. It's because of my aunt. When my aunt passed away, she used to love watching the old Dark Shadows TV show. For those that don't know, this movie is based off an old TV show. My aunt was addicted to it. I know she would love this movie. I know that she would love this movie. I enjoyed it. It's much different than the actual TV show. So I feel like the problem with me is that it has more of a sentimental thing for me. And so I would say Barber, because I feel like they changed a lot that was dramatically different, but it was enjoyable. So
I would say Barber too, because I thought it was a pretty enjoyable movie. It's better than most people say it is. It's a little bit too long, and it gets a little bit like adult in like the second half of the movie, which feels odd.
Well, I will say this. Have you guys seen the TV show?
Like very vaguely.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason they did that, and I put together why, was because they wanted to make sure to introduce the characters properly, like the werewolf and all that. But the thing is they did the same thing they did in the show. They kept it like where it was a secret and made the room like the room itself as a story element instead of the actual person in there. So I see why they did that. So for me, I get the longevity of it, but it's also, I feel like it needed to be. And so I can understand where you're coming from, though. I feel like if you have never seen the old show, then you don't understand why these steps happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it also has no relevance to anything that I said.
Yeah, I'm with Campo, though. I'll put it just slightly
we
ahead
all
of Mars
said
Attacks.
It's Barber, so we agree.
Okay.
Team agreement.
Okay, Campo, you're next. Batman.
Oh, okay. I definitely didn't plan this. That's a Wonderful Toys, and I'm not going to explain why.
I feel like the categories that have the names of those movies are pretty much going to get in those categories.
To be honest with you, I thought, oh my god, Let's Get Nuts. Can we change the name to Let's Get Nuts of Wonderful Toys?
Sure.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
I don't know. Let's Get Nuts is good, I will admit, and everything. But Wonderful Toys is a very iconic line. That's why I felt like it worked.
Yeah, but Let's Get Nuts. He used
Let's
it
Get
in The
Nuts.
Flash as well.
Well, no, did he say
Anyways.
Wonderful Toys 2 in the Flash as well? Yeah, I think
Nope.
he even brought that up. I
Nope.
thought he did a former version of it. Okay, whatever.
Nope. But he said to Ezra Miller, "Let's get nuts."
Okay, JD.
Okay. Miss Peregrine's Home for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
Have
I've
either
never
of you
seen
seen this?
Yes, it's
Okay.
fine. I mean, it's not. It's to me, it's headless.
I think I'd put it in Barber behind Mars Attacks.
Okay.
Because if Mars Attacks can make it in Barber, I think this is like close. This suffers from the same exact problems that Dark Shadows does. It's based on something else. It doesn't.
Isn't it a book? Is it a book series?
Yeah, and it adapts it extremely, like, vaguely into a dark degree where it feels like it's Tim Burton, right? It feels like Tim Burton. It's obviously
Sam Jackson's in this one, isn't he?
what's her name? The actress.
Helena Bonham Carter, the ones
No. Eva Green.
Eva Green, yeah.
Yeah, with Super Babe, but
oh yeah, she's smoking that one there.
It's a strange movie. I believe this is one of I forget her name, Ella Purnell's first roles.
Yes, she was. Roles. She was the kid in this one. That's right.
This was one of her first big roles, and she plays like the love interest of one of the kids. It's a fine movie, but it's too long. It drags. It gets weirdly adult out of nowhere, and you're like, okay, it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
That's good. Okay, so Putty.
Okay, what's this one?
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that's Edward Scissorhands. Oh, good lord, no, that's let's get nuts for me. I'll be honest with you. That's a classic. I feel like it's a holiday thing. I watch it every single year when they do the holiday stuff. I enjoy it. Like, or not every single year. I used to. So for me, it spells Tim Burton just like the original Batman. That's how I feel. Like, I feel like Edward Scissorhands is Tim Burton.
JD.
This is my favorite Tim Burton film.
Okay, so I will, without argument, accept Let's Get Nuts, but I will not let it go ahead of Batman for the fact that my argument is that I don't really like this movie. I love aesthetically that it's so Tim Burton, but like the more I watched it in my life, the more I was like, what is this movie even? Like, it has good performances and stuff, but what is it? Like, what is happening?
It's about
here?
A person who's not real but trying to be accepted into humanity, but never can be because he's not complete. He's not human, and he'll never be accepted. He's an outsider. He's a loner. He's a rebel.
He's a Dottie. But yeah, I'll accept it. I will absolutely accept it. And Let's Get Nuts. I will not argue it down because I think.
Well, see,
you guys feel very strongly about it.
Well, here's another thing too. I think JD agrees with me. We wouldn't even want to put it ahead of Batman because Batman is not just a Tim Burton film.
It's my favorite movie. I'd put it ahead of Batman.
Oh, would you really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would.
The reason I wouldn't for one reason because here's the thing. My favorite Tim Burton movie is not. We haven't gotten to it yet. Okay.
Alice in Wonderland.
No, it's not.
Mine is not on the board yet either.
Okay, but here's my thing. It's the reason why I wouldn't even put my favorite against Batman is because the other thing about Batman is it's Batman. We read the comic books, we watched the cartoon, we played with the toys, we played.
You
the
nailed that. I just want to point out.
Yeah.
That so you saying
no, it's iconic, but yes, I agree. Like, I mean,
listen, Putty literally just nailed that. He's Batman.
Yeah,
I'm Batman.
Okay. So there we go.
It is Campo Sweeney Todd. The Mad Barber of Fleet Street.
I'm not a fan of this one either. I don't know.
The only connection I have to this movie is from Jersey Girl, Kevin Smith.
I don't really like the music in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not big on musicals to begin with. I think it's overly Tim Burton.
This was the Tim Burton, Johnny Deppest, Helena Bonham Carter there was.
Yeah, this is as Helena Bonham Carter as you can get.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say it's headless, but it would maybe be like
at the end of Barber.
I think it'd be at the top of Barber just because it's definitely better than any of those movies.
It's a well done movie. It's just like you said, it's very Tim Burton-esque without trying to be Tim Burton-esque.
Yeah, it's like, it's hard to explain because like it's definitely better than those three movies that are there in Barber, which makes me question if any of those movies even belong in Barber. Because if I
Yeah.
would say I want to put Sweeney Todd lower, but I can't because it's definitely better than all three of those movies.
Yes. But like I said, the thing I remember the most was from the movie Jersey Girl, where George Carlin wanted Ben Affleck to take the kid to go see the cats. Go take her to see the cats.
Take it to see the cats.
Take her to see the cats. And then ended up going to Sweeney Todd.
Oh yeah, and then of course they acted it out as well too, which was really great to see a little kid doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Jersey Girl, okay, let's talk about this for a second. Is
not a bad movie.
It's not as bad as people initially said it was. It's not good, but it's definitely not. It's misunderstood, I think.
I think it didn't help that there was backlash from Gigli.
Yeah. And it's definitely at that point when it came out was Kevin Smith's worst movie still.
Do we know if the young actress, because she was really good, I don't know how old she was, but she was really good in that part, and I'm wondering, did she even go on to do anything else?
I don't think so.
That's why we have Timmy.
Timmy's looking it up right now. But you know what is good? The song by Tom Waits, Jersey Girl.
Jersey Girl.
Raquel Castro is her name. She's gone on to do a few other things, but nothing really. She's done a few Disney Plus, like Disney shows.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she will be turning 20 this year.
I don't even know how old she was in Jersey Girl, to be honest with you.
Well, Jersey Girl was what year? So Jersey Girl was 20 years ago. No, 10 years ago. So she was 9.
Okay. I was going to say, wait, hold on. She was in 1 when she shot that. I was about to say.
Yeah, no. 2004, yeah.
Hold on one sec.
No,
okay,
she'll be 30 this year. Holy Jesus. Okay. Never mind.
So Sweeney Todd was what you did.
Oh, it was me. So it's JD.
Yeah. Okay. Sleepy Hollow.
I mean, here's my confusion. What, you going headless? It's headless.
No, I like this movie. This was a really good movie. I'm a large Marge for this one. I really think it told the story of Ichabod Crane really well.
I actually agree.
Putty, any arguments?
No arguments.
Okay, then. Move on. Putty, this one's you. Batman Returns.
I say large Marge above Sleepy Hollow. Anyone dispute?
Campo?
Talk?
I think I hear voices.
I definitely I would not argue it out of Large Marge.
He said he would not argue it out of Large Marge.
I would not argue it out of Large Marge, but if you were asking me which one I prefer to watch, I think I prefer Sleepy Hollow.
I'm the same.
I'd still go Batman Returns.
I'll give Putty Batman Returns because I'm not upset about a Batman movie being ranked highly.
Yeah.
Okay. This was you, Campo. Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride's actually a really solid movie. I mean, I'm more of a Coraline fan myself.
For me, like Putty, this is sentimental value.
Well,
this is the first time I went on a date with my wife. We went to go see this movie.
Holy shit, you've been together for like 35 years.
Yes.
This
20, but yes.
I would say it's in Large Marge. For me, you guys can place it where you feel like.
I would say Large Marge above Sleepy Hollow, but not above Batman Returns. But again,
I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. Ooh, this one's me, Planet of the Apes. I'm putting this in the bottom. This was bad.
I say headless. I didn't think it was that bad, but it was bad. The reason I say that, I'll say this.
There's a couple movies worse. There's another movie that's worse on here. Yes.
But I'm gonna say this right now. The thing with I hate that this movie gets is I love the actors that did this. Like for example, Michael Clark Duncan, all these big actors.
Tim Roth, yeah.
Yeah, they were really good as those
Marky
characters.
Mark and the rest of the Funky Bunch.
Well, Marky Mark, no, but as far as like the apes, they did a great job of the actors they picked.
And again, Helena Bonham Carter looks like Michael Jackson.
Right. But other than that, the plot itself is horrible. So I guess it's just more of the makeup effects kind of situation for me, other than else. So that's the reason why I would put it in Headless, just because visually it's a stunning movie in my eyes.
I don't like the way they turned the script at the end with
I'm
that
a
twist
loner.
ending.
I am a loner.
Yeah. Okay. Putty, this one's you, Ed Wood.
That Ed Wood's hard for me because I wasn't a fan, and I heard a lot of people loved Ed Wood. So I'll be honest with you guys, mad. I say Low Barber. It's not one of those movies I go back to. It's a good movie, but it's not one I would go back to myself.
I don't know if this is for me, I wouldn't call this, I don't think, my favorite Tim Burton movie. It's up there. But like from all the movies that are on the board right now in terms of what the quality of filmmaking, this is the best.
Yes.
I would go all the way to the top of Let's Go Nuts for me.
Really?
Mind
Over
you,
Batman.
yeah, over Batman.
Wow.
I think it's a better movie than
Well,
Batman.
I mean, I was willing to put it in large Marge. So if
Well,
he says Barber and I say, and you said, can we say maybe about here or
I'm
ahead of
good.
Batman?
yeah, just let Putty have the Batman Return since he wanted this in Barber.
Okay.
Well, no. Well, yeah, but see, the thing is, Batman Returns is not my favorite. I want to make sure we got to put that out there. It's not my favorite Tim Burton film.
Okay,
We haven't
but-
Yeah,
gotten
but
my
you
favorite.
wanted this so low that I
Well,
can't put it any higher than this.
I get you. I get you. No, I get what you're saying. I'm just not an Ed Wood fan. That's just me.
Okay,
But it's
that's
it's a good movie. Yeah.
Campo, this one's you. Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Well, this is we're getting close here. I'm
I feel like it's
assuming
got to
that
go.
Putty's favorite movie is going to be the last one on this list.
Yeah, it's Dumbo.
So I will balance this out by
Nice.
saying this is my favorite Tim Burton movie. His
I'll
first
say
big movie.
this
Yeah.
is my second outside of Batman. This is my second.
I would say, like, I mean, come on, it's the bottom of Large Marge at worst.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to go Large March anyway because
Yeah,
Large
just because
March.
it's Large Marge.
Yeah.
And
I
also,
mean,
I don't know if it's better than the movies ahead of it, but it's definitely I can live with it where it is. You know what I mean?
and see what's great about this is I've seen this movie so many times, but when I used to go see the live showings of Rocky Horror in my local theater, they did this fun thing with Pee-wee's Big Adventure where they showed the trailer and you had to get out of your seat and run around the theater while the whole trailer is playing because you were basically supposed to be Pee-wee running for your bike through the whole scene. So I just figured I'd throw that in. There was a little fun thing they did locally in my little town. So
And then there's that here when I went to go see Rocky.
That's
Okay.
pretty actually good. That's actually
Yeah.
pretty good. I want to run around a theater.
Okay. So I went with Frankenweenie, and Frankenweenie is another stop motion film, and I really didn't care for it.
I mean,
I've never seen it.
it's better than Headless. I would to me, I would put it at the top of Barber for me. But if you don't
Really?
think it belongs there,
Can we put it behind Sweeney Todd?
yeah, I'll live with that.
Okay. Because you know what I noticed is missing here?
What?
Coraline?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, he didn't direct it.
He didn't direct that one?
Yeah, he
No,
didn't direct.
no,
He just
no.
produced it.
Common
Oh, okay.
misconception.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
go look
I
it up
thought
online,
that
they
was-
talk about it. It's never directed by him. He just produced
Yeah,
it.
it's one of those
Produced it.
Mandela effects.
Okay.
They put his name on it because
He was the
it's Tim
producer and
Burton-esque.
Danny it was just because Danny Elfman and
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a banger movie though.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, pause. Drop
Mhm.
Peregrine down to Headless.
okay.
Like I just feel like the way this list is going, we go there. It needs to be more balanced, and I'm not
Yeah.
making sense out there. Big Fish. Who's got Big Fish?
Oh, that's me. That's me. See, it's funny. We just actually just
we
looked
all
back
had
on
to
it.
we all had to watch
Yeah.
a trailer of this because we've
So-
all seen this movie and don't
Yep,
remember.
and don't remember
Well,
it.
see, well, as soon as we saw the trailer, we all flashed back and came together, and it's not a bad movie.
No, it's a pretty good movie.
It's the
just-
most
the pro-
un-Tim Burton film on the list.
The problem is it's very forgettable. That's the problem. Like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I love this movie. When you watch it the first time, you love it, but because it has those surprises in it, I feel like it loses it at the second.
This
round
felt
you
more
go.
like a Baz Luhrmann film.
Wow, that's actually good.
Yeah.
That is a drop that I was not expecting to happen.
So as far as me placing it, since it's my turn, I'm gonna say middle Barber, like right above Dark Shadows.
Okay, so I'm next. I would say this is like if I'm being objective about this, it's
Mhm.
ahead of Sleepy Hollow. If I'm being favoritist about it, it's behind Pee-wee. But I can't, in my opinion, it's higher than a Barber.
Okay. Why don't we put it at the top of Barber then?
That's fair. I
Okay.
can live. Big Eyes. Okay.
Mhm. This
So,
is the only movie I have not seen on the list.
I've not seen it either.
So
All right.
it's a good thing you got it.
so what's gonna happen here? What we're gonna do here is we're gonna put this nowhere because none of us have seen this movie.
Okay.
Oh.
You haven't either?
I didn't even know. I don't even remember it existing until right now.
Okay.
I'm guessing we're not looking out to watch it and come back and see how we feel now.
Well, Timmy's on it. It's an American biographical drama directed by Tim Burton and written by not Josh Alexander, but Scott Alexander.
Josh Alexander?
Starring Amy Adams, Christoph Waltz. It's about a relationship between American Margaret Keane and her second husband, Walter Keane, who in the 1950s and 60s took credit for Margaret's phenomenally popular paintings with people with big eyes.
Oh, I remember the trailer for this now. Oh, I do remember because
I feel like this came out right after Inglourious Bastards.
Okay,
2014,
right
that is correct.
I'm going to say this right now. This movie, when I saw this trailer, I didn't know Tim Burton was involved. It does not have, if you go watch this trailer, it does not feel Tim Burton. Outside the big eyes. The big eyes in the painting are the only thing that make you feel Tim Burton. That's why I feel like they had him direct it. It's based on a true story.
Well, we should let Tim Burton direct Alita.
Okay.
All right.
Who is this?
It's me, and it's Alice in Wonderland. I'm putting it there for me.
I agree.
I agree.
Okay, then. The second one's not on here. Or did he not do the second one?
I don't think he did the second one, but the second one would be a loner for me.
Yeah.
It would be probably worse than Planet of the Apes.
Was it called? No, was it Alice? No, that's the video game. That game is great. Alice Returns?
Alice in Chains?
Alice in Chains was great.
Okay,
too.
I'll question. We're doing it right now, okay? Alice in Chains or Alice Cooper?
Alice in Chains for me.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I think I go Chains. I think Alice in Chains is like one of the most underrated bands of all time.
I agree.
Out of that early grunge alternative era in the 90s, yeah. I agreed, but Alice Cooper's iconic.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he's iconic, but I just don't. I would listen to more
Frankenstein.
Alice in Chains.
We're not worthy.
He's also, yes, exactly, from the Iroquois name, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
So, what are we talking about?
We're talking. I believe it's Putty. Dumbo.
Wait, hold on. I'm Dumbo.
Appropriate.
No, I'm not Dumbo. Who's?
I just did Alice in Wonderland. Yours is Dumbo.
Okay, I'll do Dumbo.
Oh, I was gonna put it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put it in loner.
I'll do Dumbo, and then Putty, you can have Beetlejuice.
Okay, I'll do Charlie and the Chocolate
You
Factory.
were gonna get Charlie and the Factory, Charlie Chocolates. So Dumbo is dog shit. It's the worst movie on this list.
I agree. All right.
All right, thanks. That was easy.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I hate this movie.
I'm okay with it. I'm kind of here with it.
I'm gonna say this when it comes to this movie. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original, is good. I actually like this one better. I like this better. I like the darker approach because it's already dark in the first movie, and I feel like this is more adapted to the book more, so I do enjoy it. But I'm okay keeping it there. I just want to say
I did like Christopher Lee as his father.
Yeah, I know, right? So,
but all right, the last one on the list. It's Beetlejuice.
I'm sorry. It's Let's Go Nuts for me. Beetlejuice is my favorite. I love Beetlejuice. I've watched it so many times. I can't wait for the sequel, and I hope they're doing Beetlejuice. I hope we get a trilogy out of this, and I hope the second one's good to make a trilogy.
Nice model.
Anyway, so that's for me. Let's Get Nuts and everything. I mean, again, I'm hoping the new movie does the whole adult-oriented material too, because I noticed that they are doing this stop motion for the creatures and everything, so they're sticking with the original Beetlejuice look to it.
I think this may be a cross between the first movie and the cartoons.
I don't mind that. The cartoon was still great, even though I don't like the cartoon much of the movie. The movie, bar none, is always getting better than the cartoon because I liked Beetlejuice being a bad guy towards her, not the good guy thing. Because remember, he wasn't a bad guy in the cartoon; they were kind of friends in that way, if you look at it that way. You know what I mean? But either way, yeah. For me, it's Let's Get Nuts.
Campo, I'll let you go.
All the way at the top.
Yeah, I'll agree with you guys.
Oh, thank God. I'm surprised it beat Batman. I was actually thinking I was still going to be okay with that.
But there wouldn't be a Batman if there wasn't a Beetlejuice.
And I would watch Beetlejuice any day over Batman.
Yeah, you're right. 100%. I still to this day, and I can't wait to watch it right before I go see this again and again and again. I can't wait.
And fun fact, the voice of, in the cartoon, the voice of Lydia Dietz is the same voice of Jubilee.
You should not have told Putty that.
Maybe I already knew that. So.
And she's also the clown from the Big Comfy Couch.
which that was a weird, odd show, and
Hold
Be Able to Get
on.
High is really fun.
Lunette
What?
is Jubilee's voice.
Yes.
Lunette the clown.
Yes.
Wait. She
Who,
did
by
her
the
own
way,
voice?
is still smoking hot.
At 50, was she 50 something?
I'm gonna have to go look at it. I didn't know that. By the way, I'm gonna ask you guys a
No,
question.
Timmy's
now.
on it right now.
Since we're on this list, let me add something to this, okay? I don't know if this is the first TV show he ever did, but I want to ask you guys.
Yes,
Wednesday.
her name is Allison Court. She just turned 52 years old, 51 years old. And yes, she was the voice of Lunette. She was the voice of Claire Redfield in all the Resident Evil games.
Wow, I didn't know that.
She's
So
caked.
anyway, Wednesday. Where would you guys put this on your list? On the list, if you guys could have Wednesday.
Show Wednesday?
Large Marge.
Let's
Kinda
go
behind-
nuts. Okay, yeah, Large Marge at the top.
Now,
I kind of put it between Batman and Ed Wood.
Well, let's see how season 2 plays out. All right,
Yeah, right.
Beetlejuice. Where do you put it on your list?
Have not seen it yet,
Seen
so
it yet.
I'm hoping it's going to be top tier.
I would definitely put it ahead of Big Eyes.
Yes,
And well, yeah, the trailer alone ahead of Big Eyes.
definitely
yeah,
ahead
course.
of Planet of the Apes.
Okay, well,
honestly, right now, I feel like just by the trailer, I could put it at least at the bottom of Large Marge, just by the trailer alone.
that's the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life.
I don't care.
I will not stand for that.
No,
That might be just me being excited for the movie.
but it just
okay?
worked
I'm
out
just
well
saying.
that there's 3 movies in the top.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I would say everything up to Headless is at least worth a watch.
Normally.
Yeah, I just
Yes.
wouldn't watch the loner categories.
Yeah,
And you know what? Definitely big recommendation for Big Eyes.
yeah. I'm gonna go watch it this weekend. Next weekend. Well, no, I can't next weekend. Never mind.
When you think Tim Burton, you think Big Eyes. I promise you.
Sad
in the
eyes
words,
turn the other way.
In the words of Martin Lawrence in Bad Boys 2. Big
What you
fucking
gonna do?
eyes. Nice fucking fish. Big fucking eyes.
There you go.